Hey there, thank you for waking up with Happy Ass, where we come together to grow in mind, body, and spirit so we can turn, go out and make the world a brighter and sweeter place to live for ourselves and for others. So today we're into our new season, and I have got a special friend here with me today, Octavia Pullen. Now on Facebook, you'll see her as Tay Tay. Because I tease her, I don't know why, we might ask her why, but she changes her name on Facebook a lot, like she's in the witness protection program or something. Are you in the witness protection program?
Well, not really.
Not really? Okay, so we don't have to worry about that or anything. Okay, good deal. Okay, so I've got Octavia with me here today because I have a lot of respect and admiration for you. And when they hear a little bit of your story, they'll find out why. But I want to read something first that I read today in part of my devotion, and it made me think of you, okay? And it says, part of our purpose on earth is to use everything God has given us, our days, our talents, our finances, our dreams, our homes, our very selves, with great wisdom and passion to heal and to help. What needs do you feel called to meet and help in the world? What is your story God is writing on your life and on your soul these days? So those are some of the things we're going to talk about today because it made me think about you. So you were homeless one time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That is crazy to me. You know, I think we have a misconception of how people get homeless. And I already told you when we were talking just as friends that if I hadn't had family that helped me when I was in a really bad place, I probably could have ended up homeless too. So how old were you when you became homeless? What were some of the situations that got you there? If you don't mind sharing that with us, Octavia.
Well, what made us homeless was the Hurricane Michael, and we lived in someone's backyard for 10 months, and we lived in tents, me and 3 kids, and that's when I began to pray more.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's the only option, right?
Yes, and then I decided to get baptized, and it's just like everything just changed. Like I didn't want to be in that dark place anymore. I wanted to get away from it, and I decided to get up and go.
And you felt like maybe the trusting God and believing that there was a better life out there for you
Yes, ma'am.
was something that really helped you.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how many children do you have, and how old were your kids when you found yourself homeless?
I have 3 kids. I wasn't sure the ages. I mean,
Oh, I can never remember how old my kids are, so don't feel bad about that.
okay.
Like, so Kai is 13 right now.
Yes, ma'am.
So Kai, that was 5. How many years ago was Hurricane Michael, y'all? 5? 6 years, holy moly. So Kai was about 7-ish.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you've got your son,
Yes, ma'am.
and then another daughter or another son?
Another son.
Another son, so 2 sons. Bless her heart, bless her heart. Well, you know what? I don't remember their ages, but I do remember if they're girls or boys. Oh, that is hilarious. Being mom takes our brain cells, I think, yeah. So what were you doing for a job when Hurricane Michael hit and you lost your home and didn't have a place to live?
Honestly, I wasn't working.
Wasn't working at the time.
No, I came down to meet someone supposed to live with them. Then we decided not to be friends anymore. So I was basically on my own.
Wow. After Hurricane Michael was not an easy time to be homeless because there was a lot of folks that were without their regular homes and trying to figure out what to do and things like that. So I know at one time you got involved with the Ark.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about your experience with the Ark and our precious friend Liz Bennett and that group there that is, they're angels.
I tell everybody,
They're angels.
I tell everybody, I don't care where I'm at, the Ark saved my life. I don't know where I would be if I never ended up there with these kids. I would probably be somewhere, gave up, land in the ditch somewhere. So the Ark saved my life. I was working one day at Steak and Shake when I finally did get a job, and uh, the man name was Guy from North Star. He called me. He said, "I got you a room. I got you a room," and he was so excited.
Oh,
I said, "Okay." He was like, "You gotta call now, so she could get you the room." I said, "Okay." So I called her and we set up an appointment and everything, and I went to meet her. But at that time, I was still kind of fragile. It's like I didn't trust people. I didn't
sure.
want no one around me. Me and my kids had been through so much, and so I'm like, should I trust this lady? But I'm glad I did.
Yeah,
They saved my life.
they're wonderful humans. I have been before. I've been to the poor, and I've been to that's where you and I met with the poor.
Yes, ma'am.
But I've been to the Ark, and I've actually spoken there before and worshiped there before. But Liz and Mike Bennett have a
Heart of gold.
heart for God's kids, and they want to help people, and they're not interested in looking fancy or looking for the world's accolades. They just want to help God's kids.
They help with a pure heart. They don't judge you. And I was like, I always wanted to be in my room, and she would always come get me. I'm like, why won't she just let me lay down? But I'm glad she got me out. She got me out of that shell to worship, to be around people, to get to know people. And now I'm stuck on her.
That's awesome. I love her too. I think she's amazing. And so for you, when you found yourself homeless, I can't even, how did that make you feel? I mean, I know that I've been in places where financially I've been in a really rough spot. I mean, really rough spot, not being able to pay my power bill, not being able to pay my water bill, driving a car that costs $500. I've been in some really rough financial places, never been homeless. But how did that make you feel? And
Made me feel like, what did I do so bad to deserve to be in this situation? But as I became more into knowing God, I realized He took me through to only strengthen me, to trust Him more and not people.
yeah.
So I take it as a learning experience for me.
Wow, what a learning experience that is. And do you think that I know that when I was younger, much younger, number one, we didn't hear of homeless people that much. Number two, my automatic thought was, what did they do? What did they do to become homeless? But it's not necessarily that. It can be what happened to them
Yes, ma'am.
to cause them to be homeless. And you said you didn't have family to help you.
I didn't have them there. I tried to go stay with family, but they had their own things to do, so we couldn't stay there. We stayed in motels. And my son got up one day and said, "Mom, can we go back home?" Because I had left and went down to Lakeland. He was like, "Can we come back home here?" I said, "Yeah, but I ain't got no more money. He only got $500. He said, "Well, Mom, we'll figure that out when we get there." So we got on the road, threw our little clothes in the trunk, and drove.
Wow. And so now you lived in the at the not the poor,
Park.
the Ark for a while.
Yes,
How does that work? How does living at the Ark work because you were able to bring your family, which is amazing.
Yes, ma'am. It's really a transitional home, but she let us stay there because I had kids and someone reached out to her for me. And you basically get your own little room. You got 2 sets of bunk beds in a shower, and you have to go to worship every Tuesday, like the meetings and stuff. It's a learning experience. I'm thankful for it. She cared for me enough to get me. I got delivered. Went through a deliverance process. I'm just thankful she was there.
I'm thankful she's there too. I'm thankful she is. I love people like her. They make me really happy. So, and you go to the Ark now, which is their little church that they have connected, and
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Derek Bennett is the pastor now.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I believe he used to be like the associate pastor at North Star Church, which is another wonderful, wonderful church with great outreach into the community. I love churches that care about others and are busy about loving God's kid.
Yes,
that is it for me. That's the whole thing. So I want to talk to you about something else that that I'm very impressed with. And you have been on a fitness and health journey.
Yes,
right?
ma'am. It's a test.
Oh, yeah, it's okay though. But listen, you've already been through one big test. You've been homeless. You now have a home, and you have a job. You take care of your 3 children.
Yes, ma'am.
That's impressive. That's
I heard
very
a voice
impressive.
in me one day. It said, you either lay in your mess or you get up and do something about it. So I got up and did something about it.
I love it. Lay in your mess or get up and do something about it. I love
I'm like,
it.
but you left me clueless.
Yeah.
But I got up and did something about
Yeah.
it because we all we got.
Yeah, I know. Well, what made you decide? Because you and I don't know if you always had a weight problem when you were
Yes.
little, so your whole life you were
Well,
overweight.
mostly when I became teenager, I became
Okay.
heavy.
Was your family heavy?
Yes, ma'am.
So it was something you were around, and probably some of it's hereditary, some of it's, that you eat what your family eats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Growing up the way I did, they don't care what you eat, long as you eating something. And we didn't know about nutrition and eat healthy. So now we're learning it.
Well, I'm just thankful because I was raised on cornbread, collard greens, fat back, fried chicken, all that stuff.
Don't forget the pig feet.
I didn't eat the pig feet, but some of my relatives did. But yeah, we definitely had the fat back and the collard greens. So what made you all of a sudden decide, hey, wait a minute, I got to do something about this weight. This is not healthy. What made you make that decision?
The last time I was in the hospital for 3 days, that made me, I'm like, I can't keep doing this. And I had nobody to watch my kids. I
Yeah.
watched them on the camera at home.
So in other words, here you are, these 3 kids need you, and like you said, you're going to either lay in your mess or get up and do something about
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
And that was the same thing with your weight loss. So you said, I've got to do something about it. So did you go to a doctor to get help?
My doctor prescribed
Okay.
it to me because I
Good.
told her, because every time I go to the doctor, my blood pressure would be so high. And they would say, you can have a stroke. We can't let
yeah.
you leave. So
Oh, my
they would
gosh.
send me to the hospital. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this. And my kids need me. Because if I go, who's going to keep them?
I know. I feel you because I was a single mom too. So you're on the Ozempic.
Yes, ma'am.
And did it make you sick at first?
No, ma'am. It just made me where I didn't know if I was hungry. I didn't feel hungry at all.
Well, good. I mean, that was kind of a good thing though, wasn't it?
But it's a good thing. But at the same time, you got to remember to make yourself
You have to
eat
eat something healthy.
and stay
Yeah.
hydrated.
Yeah.
But you don't be wanting it because
Yeah.
you're full. It makes you full.
So we talked a little bit about this before we got on here. I think the problem with a lot of people, I've been with a fitness coach now for 2 years. So she's been teaching me about macros and, eating enough carbs and protein and fat, stuff like that. So for 2 years, I've been doing that. And I've been weight training and things like that. Now, I told you, my first degree in school was nutrition.
Yes, ma'am.
So I was a nutritionist in the dietary department at the hospital in Enterprise, Alabama for a little while to teach people how to eat healthy, mostly diabetics and heart patients
Yes,
is what I
ma'am.
did mostly. But so you're excited because you've lost like 40 pounds.
Yes, ma'am.
Yahoo! Way to go. Way to go.
I'm happy
So
about it.
that is so awesome. But we also talked about the fact that maybe you need to start walking
Yes,
and doing
ma'am.
some things like that. So you think that's something you could do?
Yes, ma'am. I
is some
can do
walking?
that because we have a track out there where we stay. But I be thinking, because it's by the woods, a bear might come out.
A bear. Okay. Well, have there been any bear sightings?
Coyotes.
Yeah. Well, you go during the day. Go during the day and you probably won't see any bears.
Sometimes I go and walk around the pool area, but
Uh-huh.
I don't trust them. I can't run.
Well, don't run.
Oh, a bear.
Well, I guess you just have to lay down and put your head down and act dead. I have a funny feeling your chance of having heart disease and diabetes is probably greater than getting attacked by a bear. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking, maybe. So, like, do you feel like, because this is a thing that I think that doctors, God, I'm sorry, doctor, if you're listening. I went to school, and one of my degrees was nutrition, and I do know this, that doctors are not taught anything about nutrition. Zero. I mean, they don't know anything about nutrition.
So that's why they call in the dietitian.
Absolutely, they don't. So has anybody talked to you about what you should be eating?
No, it was just people around me tell me.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to count it all up and all that stuff.
You know, I have a scale. I love it. I love it. I'm kind of addicted to it now, but it gives me peace knowing that I weigh my food. And I weigh my meat, and I weigh my food so that I can keep it up. Because you know how it is. I don't know about you, but if you give me a bag of potato chips,
I'm gonna eat them.
I'm gonna eat the whole daggone bag. I mean, the whole
That's
daggone
another
bag.
thing about the shot.
Yeah.
The stuff I used to eat like
You don't
that,
want it anymore.
it's nasty to me.
Good. Isn't that great? In a way. In a way.
It is. It's weird, but yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. So what are your hopes and desires around doing the Ozempic and changing the way you're eating? Do you have kind of a goal of what you want to do, or are you just kind of taking it day by day?
Really taking it day by day, but I do want to live to see my kids.
Yep.
So I'd be like, Lord, these are your kids. I know you're not going to let them go without. I know you're not going to let them do this. I know this. Or if they give me problems, Lord, I give them to you.
You know, I heard somebody say on a podcast today that we were just stewards of those kids. We're just stewards. They're loaned to us, and we're to do with them the best that we can, you know, to take care of our children. So one of the other things that I love this. I read this too today. We are not called to infinite achievement. We are called to love. That's Shauna Nequist. She's one of my favorite writers. So when you hear that, we are not called to infinite achievement. We're called to love. What does that mean to you?
We're
What does that
called to
sound like?
love God's people the way
Yeah.
He loves us.
Yeah, all God's kids, not just some of God's kids.
All of them.
Not just the ones that vote like you, look like you, same color.
The ones
stuff like
that hurt your feelings, you still gotta love
Still
them.
gotta love them. Still gotta love them. I love that you, when you met me, I met you how many years ago? Many years
Probably
ago.
about 4 or 5
Yeah,
years.
at the pour.
Yes, ma'am.
At the pour. You found me at the pour. And how did you know who I was?
I've been watching you.
Oh, no. Like on my Happy Ass Life and
Yes,
stuff like
ma'am.
that? Okay, that's funny.
And I like your perky. It's like me, you know, you can't be sad around you.
Yeah.
You have that burst of joy,
Thank
light.
you. Appreciate that.
It's the truth.
Thank you. That's sweet. I'll tell
And then
you.
I was like, that's my friend, and didn't even know her.
I know. So she ran into the pour. I was writing. I was working on my book that I'm still working on that I hadn't finished. You reckon I'm gonna finish that thing?
I think you will.
You think I will? Well, I better get on it. But yes, I was working on my book, and you came in the pour and found me and came up to me and hugged my neck.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I met you then, and that was sweet. And I've
I
kind of
never forgot you.
kept up with you since then, and you've been special to me, so I'm proud of you. One thing I'm going to get on to you about, though, I don't want you to ever do again. I don't want you to ever, ever, ever say anything negative about yourself. I don't want you to mutter something negative. I don't want you to insinuate something negative. I don't want you to act like somebody couldn't love you, because it'd be silly not to love you, okay? So
Feel that way sometimes.
I know it does, but don't voice it, because out of the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart happen what's going to happen. Where my words go, my energy flows, and all that stuff like that. And you've got so much. I mean, how impressive! A mama of 3 kids.
Some people say they wouldn't even made it. They would have just.
That's what I'm saying, girlfriend. Pat yourself on the back and say, "Look at me! I did get out of my mess."
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, you did. You could have been like a lot of people and decided not to do anything about it and complained about it and whined about it And whining and complaining is not a good strategy. You do know that, right? So I'm trying to see, I had some other things I wanted to talk to you about too. God has purpose and plans for you. Do you know what? Okay, all right. So I think about this all the time. I'm constantly going, God, what do you want me to do? What is my next purpose? What is my next thing? What do you want me to be? So what do you think your purpose is? What do you think God's calling you to?
To be there for his people.
Be there for his people. How do you think you can do that?
Just like yesterday, I was just getting ready to lay down. Got a phone call from Miss Liz. We care for this lady that comes and goes. I do her showers. I had to cut her hair yesterday. She helped do her nails. And she smiled all night, and she went to service for the first time last night because she felt good.
So it's a woman that was that came to the ark
Yes, ma'am.
and needed care. And because you've been working that's something that people don't know, you've worked in the Blake,
Yes, ma'am.
which is the facility for elderly people,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am.
And so a lot of times they're not cared for. And sometimes just feeling good about themselves helps them,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am. It's just
Yeah.
knowing that somebody love you and can be there for you. It makes you feel good, and it makes you feel good to be able to help.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I love that, Octavia. What do you think, with all you've been through, what could you say to someone else that might find themselves in your position?
Don't lose hope. Hold on to faith. Faith without works is dead. But when I went through, I always say faith over fear, because I had a lot of fear.
Oh, yeah.
I had to overcome that with faith. Because if you just make that first step, God will help you all the way.
I think so, too, taking that first step. And you don't have to know the whole journey.
You don't.
See, that's the thing, even with me and like my books and my podcasts and my speaking career and all that stuff, I want to have the whole thing mapped out, but I just got to take the next step into that journey. So if you could do anything in the world, what would you do? If you, with what you've learned and what you've been through, what would you do with the life that God has given you now?
If I had it, I would get a place where I can help people. Because even though I don't have much, I still buy and go out and feed the homeless, me and my daughter.
That's
and
beautiful.
We give them food, hot meals. I cook it fresh. And I just go, and I don't want the attention, so I do it and go.
That's awesome.
I just want to help God's people,
Yes.
because I know what it's like to be low.
So Skip and Marsha Wall are such precious people. They're big, big, big cheerleaders of mine. They own the Final Touch Design. Now, have you ever seen my summer kitchen outside?
Yes, ma'am.
It's so pretty. They did that. Their company did that. It's just beautiful. I love it. And so a little bit about them. They love to do dream outdoor kitchens. And they use this product called Nature Cast. And it's 100% weatherproof. So my summer kitchen, I'll show it to you. It looks exactly like they did it all those years ago when I opened my building. I think it's been at least 3 years. And it's gorgeous. I mean, it's untouched by the weather. It's beautiful, beautiful. So they are the people that come in and just put the final touch on your home. Kitchens, bathroom remodels, all those things. They are so kind, so good. They have designers that will help you. And they decided to be a sponsor for this season of My Happy Ass Life. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
And you know why they told me they wanted to do it? They wanted to sow seeds. They like what I'm doing. They like the message I'm putting out into the world about God is love, being kind to people, and that's what they want to support.
Yes,
Wasn't that sweet?
You are kind.
Oh, that's sweet of you. But they're kind too. So y'all, if you want a kitchen remodel, please call my friends at the Final Touch Design. They're just amazing. They are new sponsors this year. So thankful for them. And of course, I got to give a shout out to Beachy Beach Real Estate because they believe in me. Yep. My partners at Beach Beach believe in me. They believe in what I'm doing. They know that the heart of what we do is giving to others and being important and loved in our community. So I really appreciate that. That's so wonderful. Hey y'all, I did a big old oops. I forgot to mention my wonderful, amazing Brian Yormack with Bay Tax. And maybe I did it on purpose because I've got something I need to talk to you about. I'm sitting here at my little happy little messy desk right here. And I was thinking about, there's something that you need to know about that's coming up that has a deadline. And it's called the ERC, or the Employee Retention Tax Credit. Now, of course, Brian Yormack knows all about that. Bay Tax is oh my gosh, they're amazing people. They helped me with my cost segregation. They also helped me with the ERC. And so I'm gonna ask you some questions, okay? This is what I'm gonna ask you. Did you own a business in 2020 or 2021? Okay. Did you have W-2 employees? Did you retain staff? If you can answer yes to those questions, you may be entitled to an ERC credit, like I was at Beachy Beach Real Estate. So y'all, call Brian Yormack at Bay Tax. His name, number, and all that stuff will be in the show notes. And I'm super excited because they've agreed to sponsor us for another season because they love what we do and they appreciate us. And I appreciate them so much. So thank you, Brian Yormack with Bay Tax Solutions. You will love them too. Thank y'all. Now back to the show. So I want to ask you a few more things before we go away. So we've been talking a little bit about nutrition. Yes, and the one thing that I hear that people are not doing, my friends that are on Ozempic, tirzepatide, and stuff like that, the one thing that doctors say happens if you don't do it right is muscle loss. So in other words, when you're losing weight, you want to make sure, and I'm not a doctor, I don't play one on TV, but I do a lot of research into this because I'm really intent on gaining muscle myself. So if you're not careful, you will lose muscle instead of fat. Oh. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be losing muscle. I want to be using the fat back right here, right?
I need to lose
and that little jelly roll I was showing you, yeah, but not the muscle. So this is how you don't lose the muscle: lifting weights and doing weight-bearing exercise and eating protein.
Yes, ma'am.
Eating protein. And you and I were laughing off camera. She said, well, I like to eat peanuts. Me too, girl. But guess how many peanuts I want to eat? About this many of them. Guess how many you're supposed to be eating? About this many of them.
See, you taught me something.
Yeah.
Because I've been buying all kind of peanuts.
No, they're fat. Peanuts they do have protein in them, but they're fat.
Okay.
They're a fat. And fats are good, but not a whole bunch of them. Yeah. Well, no, I know fat really doesn't make you fat unless you're eating too much of it. But yeah, so it's important to eat. So that's the missing link, I think, is people not knowing what to eat. Because I will tell you, this is what I thought was good too. And my fitness coach got on to me. So like when I would have a snack, I would get an apple and I would slather peanut butter on it. Well, that's a fairly healthy snack, but if I'm trying to lose weight, that is probably not my best choice because peanut butter has a lot of fat in it, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's smarter to eat maybe a little piece of low-fat cheese or whatever. But I don't know. I just think it's funny how we learn all these things and we realize that a lot of life is unlearning some stuff. Yes, Can you think of anything else that you thought when you were young and you're having to unlearn now? Is there any things you could think of?
Okay, like, for instance, as kids, we learned to ride bikes. Mm-hmm. Now, I tried to get on one before and couldn't do it.
Because you just hadn't done it in so long.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't believe we used to ride these around town, and now I can't even put my leg across one.
Well, but you will.
I tried to get up on it, and I couldn't get on it. I couldn't balance myself.
But you can do it again. The more weight you lose, the more you start doing things and moving, you will. Because you should see me doing some of the exercise my fitness coach wanted me to do. And when we died laughing, I videoed some of them and showed them to her. I couldn't even get on like the exercise ball where you get on the ball. And I just kept falling off of it. It was hilarious. So, you said you didn't want to do things in front of other people. I went in the room by myself because I didn't want people to see me doing it. Yeah, it was embarrassing. But so you'll relearn it. You will relearn that. But one of the things that I think that I thought when I was growing up, I used to do this. And I wonder if you did this. I would like to eat a piece of cake with a Diet Coke because I thought it kind of balanced it out. Mm-hmm. Have you ever done that?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't do that? Girl, that's good. That's yummy stuff.
We didn't have it like that. You had to stay outside all day and survive.
Oh, Lordy. I mean, we stayed outside a lot too, but I still got
you
me
can't run in and out that door.
I still got me some cake and Diet Coke. I don't do that anymore, but I did. So I asked you a little bit ago about what some of your dreams were and things you want to do. And right now, where are you working?
Right now, I really don't work for anyone. I kind of just work for the family members that hire me to cook for their family members.
Oh, okay. Y'all heard that. That is, you know what's interesting? I just had someone ask me about that.
Yes, ma'am.
So is that something that you would do? Like if I knew someone that needed someone to come and help a family member, you do that sort of
Yes,
thing?
ma'am.
Go into someone's home and stay there during the day and help them and stuff like that.
Yes, ma'am.
But you probably can't do any night times because the kids.
I just can't do overnight.
Overnight. You can do nighttime, but you just can't do overnight because
ma'am.
children, because some of your kids are old enough to take care of the other kids,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
I thought so. So that's interesting. That's good to know because that is something that so many families need now.
Yes,
So basically what you do now is you don't work at a certain company, you just do freelance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good job.
So right
Good
now
job.
I take care of 3 people at the Blade, but I just don't work for them. The Blade.
Okay, you work for the family.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's very good because you get to make your own schedule and you can just come and go as you please as long as they're taken.
And you get to love on them like you want to.
Oh gosh,
Not-
they're my hearts.
I've noticed you saying that. Like I noticed that one of the people pass away or something, it just breaks your
That
heart.
took a lot out of me.
It takes out because you treat them like family.
I had her for 4 years.
Wow. That is just so beautiful, honey. So I guess before I go, I want to tell you a few things and ask you a couple more things. I really appreciate you being on this with me today.
Yes,
I really do because, like I said, I've admired you. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
You didn't know I admired you. I'm real proud of you.
I don't think people pay me any mind. I just be posting and
Oh, you're having fun.
dancing.
You're having fun and dancing. And please don't stop doing that. Please don't stop doing that. Because I even find myself every now and then going into that old stupid people-pleasing mode. In fact, I'll tell you, I posted, because I'm always posting my decorating and stuff like that because I love to decorate. Now, I'm really wild with my decorating. I'm a lot of color, a lot of texture, a lot of design.
And that's why I like your stuff because I'm colorful.
Well, I'm pretty colorful. Yeah, I'm colorful. So some lady said, that's a bit much. I deleted her. And then I didn't want to put stuff out there. And then another day, I had my clothes, I keep dropping my glasses. I like to show my outfits because it's fun. I just have fun dressing up. I like to look cute. And somebody said something to me about that. And then so I found myself not doing it for a couple of days. I went, shoot. And I saw this lady, who was it? She said, oh, I know what it was. I was driving up to pick up the kids at school. And the lady motioned me to go down the street. She said, what are you wearing today? She said, I didn't see you post your outfit. And she said, I love seeing your outfits. I said, oh, that makes me so happy. So this is the thing. I believe if you feel like you're creating content or you're doing something to add value or just to make somebody smile, don't let one crabby person make you stop.
Yes, ma'am.
The people that complain and whine and are unkind they're just not
They
happy.
need a little extra love.
They need an extra love. They absolutely need extra love. And so this is kind of funny today. One thing I did not tell y'all today, we have our first live TV audience today. Yeah. Her daughter is our audience today. How we doing out there, Kai? We doing okay? Yeah. We didn't bore you too much? Good deal. Good deal. So, yes, our first studio audience. Yay. So, do you have anything? Okay, I'm going to turn the tables. We did this with her. Do you have anything you want to ask me before we go today?
I just feel honored that you even asked me to be here.
Oh, what?
Cause I admire you so much, and every time I see a G, I'm like, look at my friend. So I love you.
I love you too. I love you too.
They were like, oh, there go her friend.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for you, and I'm thankful for your message. I'm thankful for your perseverance. I'm thankful for the inspiration, and I'm gonna be excited to watch your weight loss and health journey.
I was gonna stop posting about it, but I said people been inboxing me, and I'm like, this is helping people.
100%. And I will tell you, before I researched it and had friends that had had success with it, I don't know that I had a good attitude because I didn't understand it. Mm-hmm. I didn't, and even though I've not ever been obese, I have been overweight, and it's bothered me. Mm-hmm. It's really bothered me. And somebody my size, 30 pounds overweight is at least for me because I'm so short, and it's hard. For my little skinny friends, okay, if you're one of my skinny friends out there, you don't even get to have an opinion. I'm sorry. You just go back to eating your Twinkies because you know what my skinny friends do? They eat all the time.
And don't gain a pound.
That ain't fair. That just ain't fair, Bennett.
That's her.
That ain't fair. You just watch, girl. That may not happen. It changes when you get older. But please keep doing it. This is what I want to say to the world. If you have anything in your heart, in your soul that you have learned from, that God has brought you through, I think it's our job. I think it's our mission to share it with others.
Yes, ma'am.
Boldly share with others.
Yes, ma'am.
So you keep on dancing, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You keep on showing your stuff. You keep on putting your funny little silly things on Facebook, okay? But what is the only thing you're not allowed to do on Facebook?
Talk negative.
Can't talk negative about yourself. Ever, never, never. Ever, never. Because I'm going to come pop you one if you do that, okay?
Yes,
all
ma'am.
Right. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much. And before we go, I do want to remind you that this will be out before the art walk. So our art walk. So this is a free advertisement, an unpaid advertisement. The art walk is an event that I have at my office. It used to have it on my birthday. Then I started having it at Christmas. And then I said, Lord help, I ain't going to ever do that on Christmas again. That was crazy. So we now have it back on my birthday again, March 28th. We have the Will Thompson Band. We have Taco 38, which, oh my gosh, I love those people. We have cakes and creations by my friend Kay Blanchard. Amazing, amazing. We will have 25 artists here with their beautiful works. The tickets are $50 a piece. The ticket, what is included in your ticket is entry, your food, your cakes, all that stuff like that, and entertainment for the Will Thompson Band. And he's a real impressive band. Have you ever heard him? The Will Thompson Band? Girl, you got to come. You can come be my guest. I will buy your ticket. How about that?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to be my guest for my birthday. Because it's my birthday bash, and I want y'all here. $50 tickets. I do still have sponsorships available, so please contact me. My number will be in the show notes, and we are so thankful y'all were here today. And do you know what I say when I leave every day? Do you remember what I say? Don't remember? That's all right. Be sweet, y'all. Bye.